I fly back into Fortnite, head over to the forest and land straight onto a blue chest. Then I bounce away on a trampoline and head over to Magic Mosses. It had only been a second before I was being shot at, but oh well. And then I thought, let's just blow up this part of the building, for no absolute reason at all. And then I had to go have a yarn with Conehead. I got in my pre-game before jumping in the Portaloo and then heading over to the Traino. Unfortunately I missed it, so it was time to zoom away. I practically drove to the other side of the island before finally finding my next enemy, and there was someone trying to bush camp. Trying to anyway. I went for another cruisy doozy across the island looking for another enemy, and I finally got him hanging out by the mines. I rocket drilled away on the hunt for the next thing to do. Being a mining town, I may as well do a little bit of mining myself. Gold prospecting, you know? But I'd heard about a different type of mining that's going on down here. Dill pickle mining. Picking up my new mine dill bits, it's time for me to go over and spend them. Nice. I head back out to the war zone and it was only 2 seconds later before I spotted my next lot of enemies. 2 out of 3 ain't bad. The other one disappeared. I headed over to Bird and you wouldn't believe it, this thing had run out of fuel just before the Bowser. But I was able to rocket drill it just into place. Yeah. Turns out I'd made far too much racket and I was being spied up from this little house. But unbeknownst to them, he had an enemy coming at him too. So I drove around to try and find out where he was hiding and I managed to get him down and check it out. He had a crown. Which was mine now, but I got my little hot rod in the way. Finders keepers. A quick heal up and it was finally time to go search for some new enemies. By this stage the storm was starting to narrow in over the lair. I'd spotted my next enemy and I decided to play bumper cars. I kept trying to boot this one into the storm, but I definitely missed a few times. With rockets flying everywhere, this little hot rod was about to explode. Time to get out of there. That was a fluke shot. I finally realised that these rockets were being shot up from the top of the lair, so I decided to head up there and try and get this one. But I kind of freaked out and started running away. I don't know why. By this stage I was really starting to sweat, but then I found myself a getaway car. I was having a hard time trying to find the last 3 enemies, so all I could do was drive around and try and find them. And out of nowhere, Peabody thought I was a taxi. But I thought I'm going to use this guy to my advantage. I'll drive around and he can shoot. Whoops, my bad. And that seemed to happen even quicker than I thought. That's when I remembered I even won with a crown. Check it out. Victory, baby. I won.